Hi there, all you watch face lovers, Facemaker users and subscribers. Welcome to the part 2 of this video where we're making a very complex watch face using only Facemaker and no other tools. So this is where we left it on the last video. As you can see, there's a lot yet to go. But we'll get there. So we'll try to finish it in the next hour or so. So yeah, tag along and I hope you'll like the video. So yeah, right now we'll try to create all these marks and weekdays and these numbers here for the battery widget. And let's proceed. So for this we need to add an image just like that and press generate and switch to dial. Okay, so while the dial right now is using, as you can see, numbers, we'll switch the template to another one. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This one is hidden. So we need 8 marks. So let's reduce this. Okay, so up until 8. And that's it. And we don't need the digits, so let's hide them. And let's enable only the hours, just like that, okay? And I don't quite remember what the size was, but I believe it was somewhere around 160. Now let's see here. I'll enable the left comp. So, and this is why it's useful to name your widgets, your layers here, because then it will be easier for you to find them. So now this is centered, and I believe 154 will do. So now we can hide it, the left comp, and we'll try to match the height. So it starts, let's push them to the center, right here. And yeah, we might need to enable, after all, the left comp. So let's enable it. And yeah, I believe straight away that this is correct. Let's hide it. And this is all we need. Yeah, now I think I'll call it done. So enable and see. It's well inside the circle. So yeah, this is now done. And we can drag it down and put it here. So left marks. We will later merge them, and we can also, you know, apply a fill color and change the color. Make it a gray color, something like this. And let's add it to the favorites. Then we can later use them up here. Okay, so yeah, I believe this is done, but we have one extra mark we don't need. So for this, we can apply the color and just edit image. And we won't be able to see because of this checkerboard pattern we have on the background, but I'll try to erase this one mark here and save. And there we go. It is done, and we can now proceed with let me see here. Yeah, let's create the weekdays, and this is very easy to do. Just add an image, and for this one we're gonna use a dial like we did before and set it to 8. So 8. Okay, so let's try and place it here. So it was 154. Oh, but now we're editing on the inner circle. So it's this inner circle there. So let's make it, I don't know, 120. And okay, 120 will be enough. Okay, I believe so. So yeah, let's proceed. And now you'll see that the 6th will be the Sunday. So I guess let me just take a look at the reference here. Yeah, it's Sunday. So let's replace the 6 with a S. And the 7 will be Monday. And so on. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the 5, you can delete it, just like that, okay? So yeah, now we need to set a font, and for that I will use, I think, Russo one is in order, and make it smaller, just like that. And push it to the border, something like this should work, I guess. And now you'll notice that the Sunday is a different color, and for this you can achieve it by first setting a gray color for everything else, and this one too. So yeah, I think this gray color is correct. And now I'm going to change this into a conical gradient. You can change it here, so you have normal gradients, you have radial gradients, and we have conical gradients. So I'll try to make this the same color because this one seems to be darker, and you know, make this transition seamless. And okay, so now we need to create this red color, and for that I'm gonna have a new stop here and make it or rather 2 stops and make this one red. Okay, and now I select this one and put it here. So okay, now I need to define where it stops and where it starts. So let's rotate. Oh, it's on the other direction. And there we go. And yeah, this is almost done. We just need to set the start. And there you go. This is now done, and we can now close this and apply a shadow effect. So shadow, there we go. And now just, you know, go to town with the shadow effect, and let's enable the background. Well, okay, if you want to make it stronger, just add another one. And yes, I believe that the shadow might be too much. Let me just see here. Well, okay, this is good. Let's apply and call it done. So these two are, this complication here, this circle is almost finished. We just need that shape there where the month date will be. So for this, we need a, now let me see here. We need to draw a vector. So let's add an image and select draw vector. Or rather, maybe not. Let's save. We can do this with the image generator. So let's just generate a gradient, a rectangular gradient. So let's set the width. And never mind about that gradient there. We'll be fixing it in a few seconds. So zoom in, place it and lock it, and then we'll try to match the size. Well, okay, something like this, I believe, is perfect. Okay, so now we need to select another gradient, and we'll select a simpler one, and let's make it 2 colors only, just like that. And now we'll try to pick this dark color here. Well, this is practically one color, but since it has a bevel effect, it looks more complex, and we'll try to replicate that. So let's put it to the side for now, and first let's apply a rounded corners, just like this. And now, and maybe we should be on top, just, you know, try to match the radius. And yeah, I believe this will work. So let's put it to the side now and apply a bevel effect. And I really need to tweak this this default bevel value, because it's way too strong. Yeah, let's go with 2, and let's make the highlight a darker color, something like this. Okay, and now let's clone it and unlock the aspect ratio, and we'll simply move it. And by the way, we can come in here first and set a fill color and put it underneath all the others, just like that, and make it black. And once this is black, we can now just resize it, and let's disable the bevel effect for now. And now let's try to match that size there. Okay. Now we need to tweak. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it on top and check. Yes, I believe. Well, okay. Yeah, I believe this is correct now. And now we need to make the rounded corners a little bit less, something like this. And now we enable the bevel and we invert it, just like that. Okay, And now let's move it on the y-axis. And yeah, I believe this is now done. It's well, I guess this isn't perfect, but and yeah, I think this will do. Let's apply all this one too. So apply all the effects, and now we can merge these two just like that and place it here. And now let's enable everything else. So there you go. And now we need to apply a shadow effect. Like this. And let me take a look. Well, okay, let's show this one too. And yeah, I guess this will work. So let's start and merge. To merge all these layers. Okay, no effects. This one doesn't have effects also, and this one doesn't have effects. So this is all ready to merge. So let's go and merge them. So add and add and add. And there you go. This is one single image now ready to receive all the data we need. So yeah, this is now done. Let's take care of the top circle here. And for this one, we're gonna need, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 12. And yeah, I believe it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, no, 10. It's 10. Okay, let's add an image, generate, switch the dial, and let's make it 10 here, or rather not 20 but 10, sorry, 10. And now let's disable the digits, and we're gonna use hours instead and enable. So for this, I believe it was 154, and let's unhide the, not this one, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is it. So let's put it on top and try to match. This is centered, of course. But we need to set the start and end of these marks. So for that, I'm going to set the start point just like that, and the end. So if we enable the, yeah, I believe this is correct now. Yeah. Okay. So if you notice, this one has to be red here, okay? So let's do like we did before, just enable the gradient picker, or rather this doesn't allow a gradient, we have to apply it later, okay? So let's do that now. Let's go into the effects and select gradient, just like that. We could also use another technique, which would be to edit the image on external editor. You have this option here, edit file on external editor. And what this does is it exports the image straight into GIMP or Photoshop or whatever. So let me show you here, edit file on external editor. And if we switch now to the GIMP, you see we have the image here, and we could simply color this tick here and save it, and it would appear immediately here with this tick colored red. okay? But as I promised, I will only be using Facemaker to create this watch face, so yeah, I have to keep my promise. Let's make this gray. Yeah, that's it. Switch to a conical gradient, and now let's add 2 stops here and 1 here, and this one will be red. Okay, so now we need to set the start just like that, and I believe this is done. Okay, so this one is done. Let's proceed and add another image. Press generate, dial 10, just like that. Disable the hours or the digits, and enable only the hours. Okay, just like this. We'll make it 154, and let's try and center it. There we go. Let's set the start point there. These will need to be smaller, so something like this, and then boom, just like that. And now we'll rotate the image just like that. Enable the background and see what we have, and I believe this is perfect. Okay, so this is now done, and we can apply a gradient just like we did for the others. So gradient, and let's apply the last one. And we need to tweak it now because I believe, let me see here which ones. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, this should be very quickly done. So we need to increase it to the other side. So okay, like that. And now select the red and add a new one here. And there we go. This is now finished, I guess. Yeah, this is done. Okay, finished. We can now merge these two. So head, and there we go. And we need to add, I think, yeah, we need to add the numbers, so they will be now let me see here, we need sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like we've seen before. So let's add an image, generate, dial, and now we'll use numbers, definitely, and we need to set a gray color, gradient, whatever. Okay, we'll use this for now, just like that, and let's set it to, I don't know, 120. I forgot already. Okay, but I know it's 10. So let's enable this one, just so we can, and there we go. Yeah, and this is now almost done. We just need to define the numbers correctly. So 6 will delete, 7 also, and on the 8 it will be 20. The 9 we don't need. Here it will be 40. Okay, this one we don't need. 60, don't need. 80, and don't need. Okay, so this is made, I guess. Let's just select here the Russo one regular font, and let's push it towards the center just a little bit, and let's enable the background just for a second here, and I believe we could nudge it a little bit to the right, just like that, and one more pixel toward the center, or yeah, one more. Okay, something like this will work. And let me see the colors. Okay, and the font size. Maybe make them a little bit smaller. And yes, there we go. I guess this is done. We can now just add a shadow effect. So shadow, and the shadow makes it pop just a little bit more, so the numbers are visible. Okay, and yeah, this is done. Apply, and now we need to add that lightning bolt there, that image, and we have one very similar on the Facemaker library. We could draw one with a vector tool, but since this is a Facemaker tool, so I guess it won't hurt. So effects, we need to flip it horizontally like this, and now tweak the rotation like that, and the size. Let's put it there and resize it. Now we're working with resize and rotation, and this can become a little bit confusing. And there we go. I think this is perfect. And let's add a gradient, and immediately I think we have a somewhat of a good result. Something like this, yeah. And finally had a shadow. Oh damn, I forgot. I have to make this size final, and for that it's easy. You just apply all like that, and we'll add a new image and merge it with that lightning bolt image. So add, and there we go. Now the image is final, and now we can add the shadow effect like this. Crank the shadow effect, and now let's see how it looks. And yeah, it's not perfect, I guess, but yeah, it will do. The image is so small that I don't believe it will make that much of a difference. So yeah, let's merge all these because this is finished. So yeah, let's do it. So add, and finally add. And there we go. We have both of those finished, I guess. Let me see here, because I had cloned that one, so let's hide it. I don't know why I cloned it, but we can delete it. Okay, so yeah, we made good progress, and I believe we will soon finish this watch face. Now let's take care of this circle down here, and for that let's hide all the images, show the reference image, and let's add this circle here. So for that, all we need to do is go here on the top comp, there we go, and add an image, select generate and switch to circle. And now that we have this circle, we're going to make the radius smaller and the line width larger, just like that. Okay, and now we need to match. So let's show the bottom comp here, and yeah, this is now centered, but the circle is too wide, I guess. So let's try and we hide the bottom circle now, and let's try and compare. I would go maybe with 14 and increase the radius now. And yes, I believe 14 will work just fine. So let's show the bottom complication here and center it. And this is now done. And we still have work to do. So we need to set the start of the circle. Right there. Let's start on 30 to have, you know, whole numbers, even numbers, and the hand angle. Yeah, we'll go with 148. So 30, 148, and you'll notice that it has 3 sections, and this is also easy to do. So we come in here and set 3 sections and define the gap between them, just like this. And I think 2 pixels is enough, and it is. In fact, I believe this is done, and I will go in step with 150. Just like that, so 30, 150, and now let's set the gradient. And for the gradient, we need to set these 3 colors. Okay, so let's go with a conical, and let's set the start color, that darker color, and the end color, this lighter color. Okay, and if we enable the widget, you'll see that we need to set the start more or less in here. Let's see, I would say this is more or less what we need, and yes, it is. So yeah, now there's a third color that we need to set here, which is this one. Okay, so now that we have it, we need to set all these limits, and this is a complicated gradient to build, and for that we need to show now the widget. Sorry, and we'll start defining the where it starts and ends and all that. So I think so. If you notice, yeah, we need to pull all these back, just like that. And now we need to set a arch transition here, and this will need a lot of tweaking. So something like that, and then grab the darker one, and you know, it's it's a little fiddly, but it's the only way we have to do this on Facemaker. We could also simply create 3 different circles. One with its color, and define that those segments, those 3 segments. But I prefer to do it this way. I think it's more special and maybe a little bit harder. Okay, so yeah, we're almost done. And yeah, no, just one. There you go. Now this is done. I'll call it done, and we can now lock it and proceed. So we need here we'll be having calories, and it will be high and low, and here it will be steps, but a rotary instead of the numerical representation we have here. So yeah, let's create this dial here. So image and generate, and then dial. And for this we will need, now let me see here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's 12. Let's change this to hours 12 instead of setting it manually. Okay, so yeah, let's set the width to 172, and okay, let's disable the digits and enable the hours, and there you go. And this needs to be, yeah, above. And now I'll set the starting point here. Something like this, and make them longer like that. Okay, and I'll set this to a darker gradient, something like this, I believe. And this is now done, and we can now simply edit image and delete all these. And you might not be able to see this on the video, but I am deleting those on the right side, and I only left these here. Okay, and you'll notice that some are longer, and let me see here. Yeah, this needs finer tweaking, but you know what? Yes, I guess I'll go with it. Yeah, it makes no difference. Okay, let's use this, and now I need the start and finish images. So for this, I'll add a text artistic and hide the bottom comp, and let's create the F first, I believe. Yeah, it's a F and S. Okay, so F, and it is here with that strange gradient we created earlier. And let's use this one, perhaps a lighter one. No. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this one works. Let's go with the Russo one. Now, where are you? There you go. and make it smaller, something like this, and overlay it there. And now we simply duplicate and S, and now we can use the arrow keys to place it. Okay, and now we need a flag icon to put here. So while we have one flag icon on the library, I'm going to create one, just so you see what you can do. So let's go into the image and press generate, and let's make it real small, something like 40 by 25, or maybe 30, and place it here, okay? And I believe this is still too large, so yeah, let's go with 25 by 20. And we want to make this a flag image, so for that we have the pattern effect. And the pattern effect, what it does is it applies patterns just like that. So horizontal stripes, and we need the checkerboard, and there we go. Just like that, we have a checkerboard pattern, and we can change the color like this. And we have plenty of others we could use, but we're going with the checkerboard pattern. We have hexagons, horizontal stripes, squares. So yeah, we're going with the checkerboard, and this is done, and we can now apply and done. Okay, so yeah, now we need a let me just see what this is. No. We need a calories image, and we have one on the library we can use. So let's go into the stencils and use this one. Make it smaller, and we'll place it here. And yeah, I think this will do. Let's go with the fill color and select a gray color, something like that. And now we need to duplicate this and bring it above, and this one we'll call, now let me see, high. Place it there and clone it, and low. I think I'll maintain that, or rather, no, it doesn't look bad. Let's use it like, let's put it like this. Okay, so yeah, I believe this circle is also made, and we can now merge all the images. Let me just see here. We can convert this to an image, and you need to convert the artistic text into images before you can merge them. Okay, so keep that in mind. Convert to image, and okay, this is that image there, the circle, and okay, so let's merge all of them, starting by these. And you know, it's just a matter of merging, and merge. And there we go. All merged, all done. And let's show all the images we created up until now. And yeah, it's not bad at all. I've just noticed that I have forgotten to add the label here to these two fields, and I'll do it now. So let me see here, steps display, it's this one, so let's add a text artistic, and let's write steps and put it there. And it needs to be a little bit darker. So let's try to match that color there. Yeah, this will do, I guess. A little bit to the left. And yeah, duplicate, put that one there, change this to HR, which stands for arc rate, and place it here, just like that. And we can now lock and proceed with our mission to finish this watch face. Okay, so we're almost done. We need we will need definitely, and that will take some time, to draw the hands for the hours, minutes. The seconds we'll use one from the library, and yeah, let's start and to draw the hands now. And since this is a more complex process, I'll try to explain the best I can. So what I'm doing here is I am rotating the image, the reference, just so that I have the hand centered, and it will make it easier for me to just, there we go. You can use decimals, by the way, here. So yeah, this is centered, and now all we need to do is add an image, just like that. And let's try to center this. We'll design the hours hand, and for that I'm going to use the draw vector tool. So yeah, let's start and adding control points, just like this, and just merge it there. And let's take a look. This needs a little tweaking here. Okay, I think I'll go with this and just set the fill color, fill, and done. Okay, we have this basic shape that we can now simply apply a mirror modifier. Oops, sorry. And there we go. And there we go. It's perfect. And apply. And we need that circle. If you notice here, we have that circle shape. So we can do that by adding an image, generate, and make it black or white. And now let's resize it and set it to 60. Now let me see here. We need to match the size of that circle, and we might go with 50. Yeah. Okay. So 50 by 50, and now we need to center this, and I believe it is. So let's crop the sphere and compare this with the reference. So yeah. Okay. Let's try and center this better. Just like that. And yeah, I might need to make it bigger. Let's make it 54, like this, and like this, and make it a sphere. now have it centered. Just like that, and yeah, I believe that now this is correct. I can see that the hand is not quite centered for some reason. Let me see here. If we move this 1 pixel to the right, yeah. And yeah, this looks much better, I believe. So let's not waste more time here. I guess this is done. So all we need to do now is merge this one with this one, and we have the basic shape. So there we go. It's merged, and now we need to crop the contents. There we go. And now we'll apply a gradient. Let's go into the Effects tab and search for Gradient. And let's try to pick this color here. Yeah, something like this, and let's show. And yeah, more or less the same. And now apply a noise texture or noise effect, I mean, just like this, and make it 2 or 3. 2, I guess I'll go with 3. And okay, now we need a bevel, and let's make it very small, just to give an hint of the of a 3D effect, and make the highlights darker, just like that. And to finish it off, let's add a inner shadow. And what this will do is add some wear and tear to the border, something like this, and reduce the blur, and there we go. I think it is done. And now we can just name this hours hand. We still need that orange part, but we'll add it in a few minutes. This is what we have now, and let's go into the reference, and now let's rotate in the other direction, just like that. And once this is centered, we can hide the hours hand and place it and add another image, draw vector, and we'll try to draw this shape, this simple shape here, and there you go. It is snapped, and we can now take a look, and that's perfect, I guess. Let's select the fill color and fill and save, and done. Okay, so let's add a mirror modifier and apply it on the x-axis, and okay, this is now done. We can apply all, and I think I'll move it a little bit to the right, just like that. And now that we have this, we need the circle again. And for that, you guessed it right, we'll have a new image, make it small, so 40 by 40, I guess. Let me see here. And make it a circle. Now, I think this could be larger. 42 by 42 to sphere and center the sphere, and okay, I believe this is, yeah, I believe this is done. Or maybe go with 44. I always try to use even numbers because that will yield better results. Well, I guess this is fine. So yeah, let's add and merge and done. Okay, this is now done, and all we need to do now is apply the same effects we had it to this one, to the hours hands. So first let's save. Let's go into the effects and copy from, and there we go, all applied. We have the same effects, and we can now just apply all, just like that, and we can show the hours hand too, and okay, let me just see here. Yes, let's try to center it a little bit more. I guess maybe it's the minutes that's not centered, or rather it is. Okay, so this is now done. All we need to do now is rename this to minutes hand. There we go. And we'll revert the reference rotation back to 0, just like that. And we need to finish the ends by heading that orange part, that orange color, and we might need to rotate it still. Oh, sorry, not this one, the reference, and it was something like 50 something. Yeah, this will do. So add a new image, generate, pick that orange color, just like that, and just like that, and okay, make it the correct size. So I'll go with 6, or rather 50 height and 6 width, and let's see if this fits. Okay, let's go with 8 instead, just like that, and make it taller. And now let's put it behind the hours hand and check and see how it looks. Okay, move it 1 pixel vertically, and there we go. Add a noise effect, something like this. 4. Okay, and now we just need to duplicate this one, put it beneath the minutes hand, just like that, IDs for now, and show the reference. Okay, and now I'm going to the reference and I'm going to rotate this back to 0 and even further until the minutes hand it's more or less centered, and show the minutes hand we made. And now we need to place this. So, oops, not this one, this one. Okay, pull it up until it's there, and now unlock the aspect ratio and resize this. Hide the reference, not the background. Oh, somehow I pushed it. So okay, no problemo. Let's go here and try to position this the best we can, because this is starting to take too long. Something like this, and 1 pixel down, and we're done. Yeah, we're done. Okay, so this is now done. All we need to do now is merge them. So we have these two. First, let's come in here. The effects are applied, and we need to apply this one. And now we can merge, add, and this is one image. And now let's take care of the hours also. So let's merge and add. Okay, now we can crop the contents. Same with the minutes hand, crop the contents. And I'm going to apply a shadow, but first let me just rename this hours and minutes. Okay, so hours, let's add a shadow effect. There you go. Now just crank it up, something like 8 perhaps. And now let's show the hours, the minutes hand, and let's effects. Let's go to effects and select last shadow. And there we go. I believe this is now done. Let's show all the widgets, and okay. I think this is good enough. Okay, let's apply the effects just like that. Effects and apply. Let's go back to the hours and save it on the library. And this one we'll call it so hands orange hours, just like this, and submit. And now it's saved on the library, and we can go into the minutes one and save to the library, orange minutes, and this is just a name. So delete it, and once we had the widget main container and go into the time and had a analog dial, we can now add hours Rotary, and here we can load from the library the hands we have just made. So let's drag down, and they're here, and there we go. And now we can add the minutes, load it from the library, and there we go. Okay, so now we can simply drag it up and place them. Just like this. And now place the pivot. The pivot is the point where the hand will rotate. Okay, it will rotate from this point around. And now let's hide this one. And just place this pivot just like that. And if we unhide the minutes and press play, there we go. Now we have a working watch face that shows the hours at least, and we can now add the others. So right now I'm gonna add the seconds, and as I said, I am going to use one from the library. So yeah, let's go and get one from the library. We could of course use one hand from, or create one, I mean, but no, that will take too long and we need to move on. So you've already seen how what the process is to create the hands. Let me see this one. Yeah, we can use this one and just come in here and tweak the brightness, make it the same size as the other ones, just like that. And yeah, I believe this will do, I guess. Apply. And we could also colorize. Let me just do some testing here. This won't take long. Yeah, this will colorize the whole and so no. We could also use a fill replace color. Let's try that. So color replace. Use the white and replace it by orange. Okay. So now let's increase the threshold. Oops. Yeah, it's starting to work there, as you can see. And yeah, this is good enough, I guess. Yeah, this is good enough. I like it. So let's apply, and this is now done. I would like to replicate one thing in the original watch face, which is this thing here. So let's do it. Let's add an image. It can be here, or we can do it here. So let's do it here. Let's add an image, and let's generate. Make it real small, something like 25 by 25, and no, 25 is too much. Let's go with 22, just like that. Make it a sphere, and now let's work the gradients. So for this one, we'll pick this color here, and now this one, like that. And I believe I didn't, yeah, I hadn't selected that gradient there. And now let's add a middle one and select this darker color, and let's switch it. Do it like this, okay? And now let's make it a sphere. And now I would like to add a bevel. So something like this. Make it very subtle with some blur. Yeah. Okay. So once this is done, I'm gonna add a new image. Generate. Make it black. So this is not black, this is not black. Let's select one of these and force it to be black and head it to the feathers, okay? So yeah, and now let's make it 6 by 6 and place it in the middle, and maybe 7. It might not be centered once we, yeah, let's go with 8 and to sphere. Okay, so now you see what we're trying to do here, but this is not over yet. What we need to do first is we need to remove this image from the original image, or maybe not, but I'll do it this way. So add and subtract. Okay, so now this is subtracted, okay, and now I want to add a inner shadow and go with the lighter color, make it small, and now you see what we did. We have that wearing effect on the borders. I know it might not be too noticeable, but yeah, I'm a perfectionist and I prefer to do things this way. So 10 by 10, and we're almost done. Let's put it here, and let's put it beneath, right there. And now we can merge that. And this is now done. We can now just simply place it there in the middle. And we'll have now a shadow effect just to finish it off, just like that. And now we can show all the analog dials, and there we go. You know, it's a small, just a small thing there, but I think it makes all the difference. Okay, so let's put the reference back on rotation 0 and add everything else. Let's stop the preview. Let's add all these numbers here, and let's go and hide the analog dial also, just like that. And okay, now we're ready to add the, or rather to create this hand here. We need to create two. 1 and 2. Okay, so yeah, let's step on it, and let's put the reference image, or rather that hand over there, more or less centered, just like that. And now rotate it -90, like this, and move it on the y-axis up. And this will make it very, very fast and quick to do. So yeah, try to center it the best you can, just like that. And okay, let's create the image. So let's add an image, and draw vector, and draw the vector points, something like this. And it doesn't really matter, I mean, because we're gonna mirror it. So, and here we will have a circle. So yeah, fill with white, and let's fill it and save. And effects, mirror, there you go, horizontal mirror, or rather, okay, no problem, I made it there. Okay, no problem. Let's put this image on the center. Okay, oops, sorry, I was tweaking the width and not the location. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is done, and let's swap to the canvas. And now it is centered. So we can now add a mirror, modifier, apply the mirror on the x-axis or horizontal, and apply all. And it is done now. Let's go into the reference and pull it to the left, because we need to check that the circle size, something like this. And now let's add a new image, generate 20 by 20, and the gradient, we'll use the white color, just like that. And let's make it a circle. I think I'll go with 22 instead. So let me just, yeah, center it. Not quite centered, I guess. So yeah, the sphere. And now let's hide the reference, and we'll try to match the, try to center it relative to the hand, right there. Okay, this is done, and and it's now one single widget. And okay, let's show the reference again, like this. Hide this one, and I want to build this center thing there. So generate 10 by 10, put it there, and the sphere, and let's use a gradient, a gray gradient. Add a lighter color on the middle, rotate, and there we go. And now make it a sphere and duplicate and resize. So let's make it 4. Let's apply a fill color of black. There we go. And now we can simply center it. Just like that. Maybe give it 5. And 6. Yeah. Let's go with 6. Okay, this is not centered at all. Okay, let's go with 5 instead. And now, yeah, this is good enough. So yeah, let's merge it. There we go. And now show the hand underneath. We'll be merging these, but first we need to do one thing. Let's go into the reference, pull it to the side, just like that. And for this image here, we need to go into the effects and apply a, not a border, but a fill color, or rather a gradient. Just like this, okay? And let's pick these colors. So this one. And now that that one is done, let's do this and establish a, oh, by the way, let's leave it as is. But first let's crop to content. There we go. And now let's tweak this gradient here. Just like this. And let's try and make this transition. Oh, somehow I made this color, this a darker color. Let's pick the right color. Okay. Now it is, the color is correct, so let's pull it up and try to match that point where there's the transition there, and done. Okay, let's add a noise, two, I guess. And let's lock these two, and I want to see how this looks. And yeah, it's not perfect, but we'll go with it, we'll use it. Just that our time is getting real short. And yeah. Okay, good enough. Yeah, we can save it. So let's save it on the library, orange, small 01, and submit, and we can now delete it. And here on the widget, let's revert the, or rather, no, let's design the other hand. Okay, let's design the other hand real quick here, because we're almost done. And okay, pull this down, and remember, we're trying to center this hand here. Okay, So yeah, it is done. Add an image, draw vector, just start drawing this hand here. And the problem is this hand is different, and because this hand is different, it's shorter, and this circle is larger, we have to do a different hand because of it. So yeah, and right now I'm gonna fill it with black, just like that, okay? And let's go into the effects and apply a mirror. So there you go, and it's mirrored. And now let's apply, and let's add a, no, we'll do it this way. Just let it be, add a image, generate, and I don't know, 30 by 30. Something like this, perhaps 32 by 32. Make it a sphere. And now hide the reference, and we'll try to center this sphere with the hand. And it is now done. Yeah, this is good enough. So yeah, let's merge them. Add. And once this is merged, we can come in here and crop the content. So crop the content, and let's try to center it just like that, and like this, and apply a gradient like that. Show the reference, and the reference needs to be moved to the side. And okay, let's edit this gradient on the effects, and let's pick those colors. So this one, add a new one here, and this one, pick it from here, and now add a new one here. Okay, so once this is done, we can now tweak the gradient just like we did for the other hand, and try to make the transition harsher. And there we go. And yeah, I could have used that other a pivot I made, but I merged it. So I guess we have to do another one. I'm so sorry. So 10 by 10. We'll try to, or rather, I don't think it's necessary. This one will be hidden beneath the other. So yeah, there's no need. We'll go with this, and we'll add now a, let me just see here. So we'll add a widget now, and it will be for the weekday. So let's add a system date. And here on the system date, we'll add a weekday Rotary. So it's located down here. Let's reset the reference like this, and okay, let's go back into the date Rotary, and let's load it from the library because we had it. It's here. Okay, and let's move it to the left, just like that. And you can see that it's not perfectly centered. That pivot I made, but yeah, who cares? So left comp, where are you? Top left comp. Okay, and enable it. Okay, so let's try and match and put it on the right position. So the start, oh, let's set the pivot first. So it's here. We need to push it down. And I believe this is more or less right. Yeah. That's good enough. So let's set the start angle to minus 134, and the end angle 134, and there we go. It's now done, I believe. And now we just need to show all the others. So show here all the others, and this I forgot to set the shadow effect, so let's do it real quick. So shadow, and yeah, apply all, and save to library. Let's call it orange small 02 and submit. Okay, now we can delete this, and we should now have a steps container, just like that. And here on the steps container, I'll have a Rotary and load that, and we made, or rather, I think that one will go for the calories, the larger one. So right now let's use the thinner one, this one here, for the steps. Okay, let's place it more or less here and zoom in just like this. Set the pivot, and we can preview the rotation by pressing shift and rotating with the mouse wheel. Okay, so yeah, this seems to be correct. So let's set the start angle, which is this one, minus 134, no, less, 147, and the end angle to 330, I guess. And this one is done, and now let's add a calories container. So it will have to go beneath the steps, because that hand will need to be below this one. Okay, so let's add the Rotary. There we go. And now let's load that last hand we made, and there we go. Let's bring it down, and underneath that one, something like this. And let's hide these steps and move this one, move this one below, so something like this. Yeah. And now let's set the start and end angle. So this will start on 100. So 146, 147, and the start angle, or the end angle, I mean, to 30. Okay, so I believe this is now done. We can further add the steps widget that is missing, which is the image combo here. And let's center it and press generate. And let's use Russo one. Yeah, that's the one. And no space between the images, and let's make it large enough. And I need to tweak this this gradient here. I will set a darker color, just as if we had a shadow over them, just like that. Okay, and I believe this is now done. And we can add the art rate also. So health heart rate. Underneath the analog dial, of course, select the image combo. So image combo, here it is, and generate, and there we go. We now need to center and push it a little bit to the left, maybe down a little too. Lock it, and let's preview and see how it's working. And yeah, I believe this is almost done. Let's set the battery. So for the battery for Amazfit, you'll find it on the system sector, and then on the battery we'll have the Rotary and load again that first one we made, the thinner one. There we go. And now just pull it up. And yeah, as you can see, a watch face like this is a lot of work, and especially if you're doing it on, you know, on a software that that's designed to, you know, create the widgets, but wasn't initially made to design graphics, and now it does. As you can see, all this was made on Facemaker up until now. So we set the start angle to -180 and the end angle to 180. So it will start here and it will end in the same spot. Okay, so the battery is done. We can now show the analog dial too. And all that's missing here is maybe here on the background I will perhaps add a image, and we need to add a logo, and I'll add the Facemaker logo. I'm not sure I have it, but hell, I can add my initials, for example, just as you could do it yourself too. Add your initials on a watch face. Yeah, so I'll make it look like it's some sort of logo, something like this, and make them perhaps tighter. Increase the spacing there, and yeah, it will be some sort of a logo. And effects and bevel, and you could make it also, you can make it your own by adding your own logo or your own initials. Of course, the original design should always be respected, and yeah, I won't be distributing this watch face. So and finally had a shadow, just like that, and this might be too bright. We could add an opacity effect and lower the opacity, and there we go. Yeah, nothing special, just a little customization. And then all we're missing here are the shortcuts all around, because if you look at the reference, it has shortcuts, okay? But since this watch face is originally for Wear OS, the shortcuts are different, of course. So I had ones for a Amazfit. This could also be done for Huawei, of course. And we'll have a shortcuts container. And let me see. I will use shortcuts for the flashlight. Okay, so here I use the words light, or the word light, and let's go with a smaller font, and I'll use a circular, I'll use a circular font, and we'll go with a, for now, a lighter color. And for this, I am going to place it there on the top right, and I'll increase the radius until we have more or less 466 by 466, something like this. Okay, the font is too large, so let's make it smaller, just like that. And now we'll move, and now I will move the widget to center it, I guess. So 4 by 4 or 5 to make it perfectly centered, something like this. Okay, and the light will be located here. Okay, the light shortcut. So for that, we just need to rotate the initial angle, just like this. And let me just take a look, because I think this isn't right. Yeah, it isn't. So let's make it a 3 and increase the radius until we have something like this. So it shouldn't be, yeah, it should be 460. So let's see here. Okay, now let me see here. Let's make the font a little bit smaller, like that. And yeah, let's make the 426. Okay, so and I believe that now I believe that now this is fine. So let's use this setting and set it to the center, and tweak, or rather no, I'll use the white for now, and then I'll apply a gradient, okay, a gradient effect. So let's duplicate this one. And now I was going to have the flashlight, and let's see another one. So maybe alarm. Yeah. And let's rotate this. And put it here. Change this to alarm. And let's invert it. So like this, okay? And now we need to place it better. Something like that. And yeah, it needs some work. I agree. Okay. It should be fine like this. So yeah, let's add more. So environment, let's say weather, and here let's clone it and further, or sorry, onto the other side, like this. Change this to weather, and okay, move it just a tad and make the rotation and tweak the rotation, something like this. Yeah, it's not on top. The lettering might be a little too large. I might make it smaller, so something like that. 14. Yeah, and let's do the same to the others. So 14, and yeah, weather. And finally, one final shortcut. Let's say well, yeah, let's go with altitude. Okay, so we'll use altitude. Let's go into the light here and let's duplicate this one and rotate it. We'll place it here and change this to altitude. Okay, and this needs a little tweaking, something like this and like that, and tweak the rotation, and yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's make them all images like that and like that. Okay, and now let's crop the content and apply a gradient. There we go. And here we'll go and select this one, add a lighter color there, and you know, give it some, just like that. Okay, so the rest we will crop the contents, so like this, and crop the contents, and finally crop the contents. And now we'll apply the last effect, last gradient. There you go. Effects, last gradient. And this, the bottom ones will need tweaking. So last gradient. And here we need to tweak the direction of the gradient, just so that it's in the right direction. And well, this one is alarm. Yeah, that's correct. And let's go and edit the weather effect, and we need to invert this and make it like this. Okay, so we're almost done. Let's press preview. Oh, we're missing the month date there. So let's go into the widget, date, and here we'll add a month, day widget combo, or image combo, I mean. So let's make it padded with zeros, aligned to the center, and press generate. And now I'll push it in here, and let me just set the margin to 0 here. Okay, and now let's move it and put it here. And now we need a taller font. So for that I have, I believe, big noodle titling. Let's make it taller, just like this, and maybe, okay, let's try another one. I think I have one called New Main, which is quite, yeah, it's this one. Let me see here, how does it look? And yeah, let's go with this one. Okay, or maybe not. Let's revert back to big noodle titling. There we go. I guess this one is more visible. Just like this. Make it the right size. And okay. And let's make a nice little gradient here. just like that, and perhaps not so much white, and a little bit darker gray here. Okay, so there we go. I believe this one is done and wrapped. And of course, we could also add, oh, by the way, the shortcuts. I never defined the location of the shortcuts. So the flashlight is, where is the flashlight? Well, this is weird. Okay, let me hide everything else. Too much noise here, you know. And the widget, also hide everything. And just show this. Ah, yeah, here it is. So the flashlight. Let's show the background. And let's put it here. So whenever a user clicks here, the flashlight will turn on. Okay. So the next one, the alarm clock, and the alarm clock is this one. So when the user presses here, it will go into the alarm clock. Weather, so let's unhide it, and the weather is this one. So yeah, and the altitude, unhide it and place it there. Okay, so these are shortcuts, and yeah, we have just defined the spot where when the user clicks them, it will be taken into the app itself on the watch. Okay, so yeah, for the always on display, if we press it, we could easily just add a widget, time analog dial, get in here and copy these. So Control C, select the analog dial container, and Control V. And let's copy this one too, this image. There we go. And we could make it grayscale, because, well, it's not a rule, but usually elements on AOD don't have color. So yeah, let's see. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, the watch face is done, by the way, as you can see. But what I usually do in the end is I merge all the images into one, and that will make it easier for us to manage them. And yeah, so let's take a look here. This has one effect. Let's apply it and crop the canvas. Outer rim, this is also apply all and crop the canvas. Yeah, this is all work you have to do later on. This doesn't have any effects. This one either. This one doesn't. And this one, apply and crop the content. Of course, this is not important. But yeah, I usually like to do this work in the end. I save a copy of the watch face without merging, because if I want to, I can go in there and change something more easily, because all these layers will be separated, and I'll be able to just delete one and replace it if needed. And yeah, so we're almost done. I'm just applying all effects and preparing to merge, and in the end we should have only one image in the background container, and all the images were made in Facemaker without the help of any other software. we achieve this, okay? And you can try the same at home. If I can do it, you can do it also. So yeah, let's try. Let me see here. Okay, these are text artistic. Let's apply, or rather, let's change them to images so they can be merged. And now all we have to do is add all the way down to the first image. And now you see the fruits of our labor is here, just like that. We're almost done, and keep a close eye here because all the images will be merged in the end. There we go, and there we go, and finally the background, and we're done. All the images are merged, and we can even do this better because if you notice, this is a square. Let's make it to a sphere, and there we go. So this watch face is done, and it took us more than 2 hours to finish it, or rather 3. This video is almost on 2 hours. I can't believe it. So yeah, I could make the AOD watch face better and more complex, but this video is too long already, and I'm sorry, but I had to show what is possible to do, and we made this in 3 hours. We have a complete watch face, a finished watch face we can use on your watch. Okay, so thank you very much for putting up with me and these 3 hours making this watch face. I know it was long, but I hope you will manage to see what is possible and what you can do without any other software but Facemaker. Okay, thank you very much again. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.